So again, this is just going to be a brief overview on the perspectives on models of interpersonal behavior. We're not going to go into too depth. There's just a couple of things you need to be aware. So the defining characteristics. So individuals' cognitions, beliefs, emotions, and feelings are products of their informal relationships. Family, friends, and coworkers are significant resources for social support, information, and social capital. Formal relationships such as the provider and patient or the CHW and patient provide support and information, but typically one person serves as the expert while the other one's a lay person. So in brief, the SCT theory, which is the social cognitive theory, there's a theory of reciprocal determination, which means that human agency and the environment interact and influence each other, leading to social and individual change. There's a series of concepts that explains these changes. The first one is observational learning. People learn from what they see. This is where we get that Bobo, and I will put that video up for you, but the Bobo experiment was an experiment in observational learning and modeling. Self-regulation, moral disengagement, and self-efficacy. So social networks support and health behavior. That's what HB stands for. Social relationships characterized by both the nature and degree of interactions may offer social support, perform social control, and manage social conflict. There are four pathways between social support, social networks, and health. There's social ties that provide intimacy and companionship. There's social networks that provides resources to cope. There's resource mobilization through networks, and there's social networks that influence behavior directly. So stress, coping, and health behavior. Stress may have a negative influence or contribute indirectly to behaviors that are not conducive to health. Active coping efforts depend on a perceived ability to change a situation, their ability to manage stress, and their perceived effectiveness of resources. The TTM model, which stands for Trans-Theoretical Model, and we'll talk about that in detail later on in the next couple of weeks, and the HBM model, which stands for the Health Belief Model, both have constructs that relate to stress and coping. Social structured conditions such as social economic status impacts their coping and their stress ability. So interpersonal communication and health. There's moderator variables such as health literacy, social distance, physician attitudes, patient preferences, and external environment that affect an interpersonal behavior as well. Good patient-centered communication can result in better understanding, trust, satisfaction, adherence, and decision-making. Social networks help in managing uncertainty and validating emotions and leading to less psychological stress. Future directions. There's more work that needs to be done in this area. It's not clear what the linkages are between interpersonal communication and large social forces such as immigration. Changes in healthcare financing encourages new physician and patient roles. Information and communication revolutions such as internet and media creates a broad impact, and there's a growing disparity between social groups separated by race, class, and ethnicity. So those are just some basic concepts you need to understand before we go on into some specific lectures.